Hey everybody, welcome back to the Roofr Masterclass. I am your host, Pete McKendrick. Glad to be back with you guys. It's been a little bit since we've done one of these, and got a little substitution in here today. Normally I have my co-pilot Nick, but today we've got our community manager, TJ McCormick, joining us for this topic. And TJ, glad to have you, man.
Man, I'm so happy to be here today, Pete. I've been wanting to give this class for so long, and I think that we've had so many people also interested. Today, hold on. We're gonna get through several slides, and hopefully you'll understand the power of social media and your roofing business over the next hour.
Yeah, it's a great topic. I mean, we have a lot of people in the industry right now that have obviously, become household names, I think, because we start to see them on Facebook. We have these extremely large Facebook groups now,
Right.
in the roofing community where we're able to share a lot of information and really get to know each other. I mean, some people that I've met on these Facebook groups, I've known for years before I've actually met them in person. So, it is a powerful tool and definitely a prominent piece to your marketing and your branding nowadays. And I think it's something that I think that roofers are starting to embrace, but still learning how to use and use effectively. So I think it's the perfect time to jump on here and talk a little bit about it.
Yeah, that was something I was on a live broadcast earlier talking with Adam Eskew from American Commercial Roofing, and we were talking about the power of branding or personal branding oneself, especially in sales reps and not just roofing company owners and roofing companies in general, but all the way down to the newest salesperson that starts at the company because people buy from people. And whenever they have an opportunity to reach people organically using social media, why not do what's free and interesting to other people?
Yeah, I mean, we've had some great guests along the way at our road show, Rise, that we have
Yeah,
coming up. Two stops left in California and Seattle next week. But one of the guests that really struck me was Ben Morrow from Roof
yeah,
Tiger, who came on and spoke specifically about branding, and really had a great message around how he stands out from the crowd, how he's
yeah.
used branding, how he's used social to really build his business, and also his recognition locally where he's at. And I think it's pretty interesting topic, and how the guys that are using it are really being effective,
Yeah.
and it's interesting to see. So, looks like we have a little bit of technical difficulties here. A couple of people said potentially frozen.
I'm frozen, or is it?
Oh no, no, I think we're back at it. I think
All
we're back
right.
at it. All right. All right, people saying
Awesome.
good on their end. All right, so let's dive into it a little bit, right? So let's talk
Yeah.
about social media, right? Like obviously, there's tons of social media now, right? Like the platforms, the number of platforms have grown. It's changing constantly as to what is the most prominent platform to use, and it also depends on the type of content that you're creating. But go ahead and introduce yourself a little bit, TJ, and then we'll
Yeah.
dive into the social media platforms and what works best and where we should go.
Yeah, thank you guys again for allowing me to be the masterclass co-host today. I am TJ McCormick. I'm from Denver, Colorado. I moved to Denver at the beginning of 2015. Had no experience in the roofing industry whatsoever, and learned very quickly. I got thrown into the fire, like a lot of people here or in the roofing industry have, and had to learn a lot on my own. But as we've advanced as a roofing industry, almost coming up on 9 years in roofing, things are changing. People are getting educated to be better salespeople, better business owners. But I've become an expert in personal branding and roofing content creation. About 2.5 years ago, I started a company called World's Greatest Roofer. And it was really in the very beginning just me picking a name on social media, like in Instagram back in the old days, you picked your name. You could be whatever you want. You could be Tiger's Eyes. You could be Tiger Pants, like Ben Morrow, right? Or Best Damn Roofer. Some really great examples there of people who thought outside the box and chose a name that people would remember. When I was thinking about choosing World's Greatest Roofer, I had a coffee mug, and on the coffee mug it said World's Greatest Dad. And I was like, well, I could be world's greatest roofer. And so I did that. And I'm just over 400,000 subscribers on social media right now. I'm growing very rapidly. Again, there's been times over the past 2.5 years that slowed down. I've lost some followers and then I picked back up. In the past year, I've won 3 very prominent awards. I won the Ben Menchaca Gorilla Award, the most innovative in the roofing industry. And then also last weekend, I was inducted into the Roofing Hall of Fame at the Roof Gallery in Marietta, Georgia. I'm a passionate advocate and promoter of roofers doing amazing things in the community and promoting roofers in a positive light, both on social as well as when you're out in public. I've been the community manager here at Roofr now going on 9 months very soon. And my job here at Roofr is to build up the roofing community around the world. And I came into the industry, like I said earlier, through a Craigslist ad and recruited and trained roofing companies for an insurance direct managed repair program before where I'm at today. So what have I created? World's greatest roofer was created in December 2020 after realization that nobody was out there creating short form videos and attempting to sell or promote their business in a positive manner, utilizing video platforms such as TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. We saw a lot of people out there that were making commercial like videos. And then, Best Damn Roofer, again, they were making some funny videos and things that really were trying to capture people's attention. But there was really nobody out there trying to reach people organically, sitting on their couch at home, wanting for them to learn about what type of business they are, or even what type of human being they were. Just after millions upon millions of views, I've had just over 300 million people watch a video of mine. So if you're at home watching right now, you probably have seen a video of mine. Maybe you just didn't realize that was my video. So I appreciate it if you did watch it. And then if you did like it, 22% of people have engaged with my videos, which is a lot. It's really unheard of. Typically, engagement is less than 10% of people's posts, and that includes both business as well as personal posts. Here are some brands that our company recognizes really well, Pete. Ugly Roof, Roof Tiger, Perimeter Roofing. You guys know, maybe you guys have seen Priscilla La Roofr, and then also Roofer Girl Samantha de Catao. These are some really great brands. Like we were just talking about, Roof Tiger. Roof Tiger's been around just 2.5 years himself, and when he walks into the room, man, everybody knows that's the Roof Tiger.
Yeah, he's done a great job, and a lot of these companies have, branding wise, just standing out from the crowd and coming up with the concept that allows them to easily market and make themselves stand out from not only their local competition, but also just become a household name in the industry, and I think that, I remember Ben did a little bit of an exercise with our group at the Minnesota, Rise event, where he said, hey, stand up if you're, if you have a triangle, some type of a triangle roof type in your logo, stand up if you have someone's name in your, it was really enlightening to see everyone kind of stand up and sit down accordingly, because it is true, right? Like how many times do we hear names, especially like in our business where we deal with a lot of roofers, how many times do we hear the same name over and over again? And so how do you stand out from the crowd if you're in a very competitive, very competitive market? There may be other companies in your own market that have the same name. So how are you standing out from those guys? And it's all about your branding.
Let's talk about these individuals really quick. Samantha de Catao, Roofer Girl. She's been at a lot of events here recently. She's got over 400,000 followers. 300,000 of those are on Facebook. She's a female in the roofing industry who was a very small town person up in Canada, right? And she's just blown up all over the world as a premier roofer. Both her and Priscilla La Roofr, right? Priscilla is very quiet. She loves to make videos. I watch her videos constantly, But then you have people like Perimeter Roofing and Raymond Wendell Little, who's had a video, one video, 150 million people have watched that one video of him and Perimeter Roofing standing up to the insurance company and saying, no, this isn't okay. And, it's really helped his brand grow from $40 to $53 million this year. And then, we can't forget about our friends over at Ugly Roof, John Bros. And then, we just can't say enough about what those guys are doing for our industry with rejuvenation and just the things that they're doing to think outside the box.
Yeah, absolutely. Great group of guys, always posting great content.
Yeah.
Some of the things that they do with their salespeople is very unique and really makes their sales group stand out from the crowd, and makes their sales guys get out there in front of the camera and post on social, and they have these videos that they've created that are part of their sales process. It's just fantastic use of video content.
Yeah, we were just talking about brand recognition, and is your brand recognizable? People trust you even more when they feel like they know who you are and what you stand for. They're more likely to trust you. That's what I've found myself when I'm creating short form videos. People will comment, they'll engage, they'll even offer the opportunity for me to come out and either do a roof inspection or even ask me who I believe is the best roofer in their area. People, once they start seeing you over and over and over again, and psychologically when they see how many followers you have, how many views you have, what type of videos you're putting out, they learn to trust you because they also see other people trusting in you. People will always screen you online. I always tell people, make sure you're telling the truth online, because people will see right through you, just like in real life, right? Personal branding can help you control the narrative about yourself and introduce yourself in the best way possible. Sorry, there I saw a comment pop up there. I didn't mean to go on to, I think I went to the next one. There you go. All right, awesome. Here's some statistics, and these statistics I did pull from TikTok. So of course they're probably gonna, they say a little 2 seconds, a little bit
the
better.
results.
Yeah, those entertaining experiences contribute to TikTok leading the way over its peers in time. Spence has indicated App Annie research, and you can see it here. TikTok with about 7.5 minutes per session. That means when somebody goes to their either Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, wherever it's at, how long are they actually spending in the app? And so, this is over several times during the day. This isn't just a, one time, but typically people are spending about 7.5 minutes on TikTok, and then YouTube as well, 7.5 minutes there. But what the difference is over the past few years, since TikTok has come out with the short form videos, now YouTube, Facebook Reels, Instagram Reels are all replicating that same process. Instagram recently, you might have seen, have come out with that new thing called Threads, another social media platform that we get to engage with and mess around with. But people are watching short form videos more than they are watching long form videos. Now, don't get me wrong, people are watching long form videos too, right? For example, myself, I love to learn on long form videos, but my attention span, a lot of times it doesn't get past more than 30 seconds before I'm ready to flip it.
Yeah, and I think the interesting thing to note here is YouTube, I think traditionally has been long form video, right? Like that's
Yep.
what YouTube really was made for. And
Right.
obviously they've seen the trend, and so they've added the shorts as well. So
Yeah.
and that's taken off, correct?
Yeah, sure. I'll say this for Roofr, in as a business, our YouTube Shorts platform has been amazing. The growth that we've seen with the amount of new subscribers from the Shorts, when you're thinking about, well, why would I want to post Shorts if I'm posting long form? A lot of time, long form content gets suppressed unless somebody's actually searching for that video. But maybe they don't know about your brand. So if you're posting those shorts, you're showing them something that they want is instant gratification right now, something that I call roof porn, right? Something that people want to watch, and they get that gratification from it. Roofers love watching other roofers shingle, right? Or any type of roofing. But one of the things that I want people to know about is that the number one search engine used to be YouTube for kids 15 and under. And right now, TikTok is leading that charge for search results. So you have to consider what platforms you're going to use. A lot of times I will tell people, make sure that you choose one or two platforms that you want to get started on first. Don't go all in on all of them right away. You're going to burn yourself out. You got to start somewhere strong and then build off of that and go on to the next one, right?
Yeah, and
Um,
one question I would have is, I guess, how much do you think that the shorts on YouTube lead people to the long term, to the long format, the long video format?
yeah,
I would think that it would become almost like a feeder system for the
yeah.
long.
I feel like so in our strategy, we utilize the short form videos to attract people to our platform, and then we show them the long form content. Every time that we post a long form video, they're getting a notification to go watch our videos. So although we attracted them with the short form videos, they're getting the long form content as well. And then they can also have a look around on our profile to see what else is there. And then hopefully one day our platform can be utilized by roofers for all of their education purposes and to learn more about it. So this next one was a video. This gentleman, I don't know if I can play this video. Sorry about that, guys. This video was a gentleman that I had been teaching at an event in Fort Myers, Florida last year. He was inside of my class, and while I was giving the class, he went out and he was like, "I'm going to create a video," and he created a video of himself explaining what it is that he does at his company, which is a public adjuster company. And within less than 30 minutes of him posting this video, he got $1 million job from a fire claim where somebody didn't know what it was that he did and told him about this guy that needed help. We went out to dinner that night and he's telling me the story about this. And literally, he went out the next day and signed that contract with that business owner. It ended up being a fire to a building. There was a police chase. A bad guy got away, but the car set the building on fire. But it goes to show you, like, it's not just me talking about it or us talking about it today. It actually is out there working for other people. Now, there are some things on social media that we need to talk about right now. And the big word of the day is engagement. A lot of people feel like engagement might be vanity, right? Maybe it's maybe people are wanting too many likes. Maybe they're wanting views. But in order for your content to be seen by other people, you must have people engage with that content in powerful ways. The most powerful metrics in short form videos are the shares, how much time people are watching. For example, like on YouTube, you can go into your analytics and you can actually see that those analytics show you how much retention time somebody is watching that video. If you got like a 20% retention or say it's a 20-second video and people are watching for 5 seconds, they're dropping off at 20%. Now, where you want to be is anywhere from 90% up to, whatever, how many times those people watch it. I say watch it on repeat, right? Not to joke about Pete here, but Pete and repeat, right? But the watch time is definitely something that you want to use. Follows, people following you from your video, hitting that subscribe button, very important in order for your engagement or yourself to grow organically on social. You cannot grow unless you get new subscribers. If you're selling to the same bunch of apples every single day, most likely maybe they'll buy a couple of years from now, right? Maybe they'll buy now, but you have to find more people that are willing to buy from you, either in your local market, or if you're a United States wide company or Canadian wide company, you have to find people that will eventually buy from you instead of just the 5,000 people that typically used to buy from you. Also, comments are very, very important. If you see somebody commenting on your stuff, you should go back and comment and like their comment and engage back with those people. If people feel as if you're going to treat them as a friend or friendly, they're going to continue to come back and rewatch your videos, comment, like, and also engage. And then the last engagement metric there is the likes. You have to get likes, you have to get views, and then you need all of this other engagement in order for yourself to grow. If you're listening to people tell you not to worry about views, likes, comments, and all that other stuff, those people might not be doing it on a large scale like it's needed to be. So be sure that you are going out there with the intent of getting engagement on a video. All right. This next video, again, I'm sorry, guys. I didn't get this video downloaded here, but this is a video of me just last year at RoofCon. And I'm at the Sticky Shorts booth. I call them the Sticky Shorts, the Steep Gear booth. And I'm testing a product out. This product is a product for roofers where if you're on a steep slope and you accidentally fall, there's a grippy part on the back of your shorts or your pants that helps prevent that slide. Now, what I tell people about videos like this or call to action videos is like you want people at home whenever they're going to your website or your social media, seeing you testing new roofing products. It sets you apart. If you're showing a video of somebody else doing it, that doesn't give as much authenticity as a video of you actually being the one to test that product and being able to show homeowners and business owners that, look, we're using the best products out there. It doesn't necessarily have to be Sticky Shorts. It can be hammers. It can be shingles. It can be whatever it is that a product that people are using out there right now that you want to show off professionally while you're in the sales moment. Go ahead, Pete.
No, I was just going to say we have a quick comment in the quick comment in the chat here about how do we drive people to see our content?
Yeah, how do you drive people to see your content? Like originally,
how do we get people to engage with our roofing content, I think is what she wrote.
Okay. That's a great question. Getting people to engage, like I said before, you have to make sure that you're doing everything that you can. It includes sending messages to people that maybe are liking your video, just becoming friends with them. When I first started going viral or noticing that I was having a good effect, I had 5,300 followers. I had to nurture those 5,300 followers to make sure that they understood that I cared about them, that they knew that I was also watching their content. I was going and liking their stuff as well. So it's not just about you posting your content, leaving it, not following people back. You have to follow people back. If you want people to believe in your product or you want people to continue to watch your stuff, people also want the same gratification that they're giving you of making sure that you're following them back, and then also engaging on those people's material. But one of the things that I've done well is I make sure, like I said, to comment back, to like back, and to make sure that people know that I'm not just posting things. The thing that hurts me the most when I see people out there is a lot of times their business will have maybe they're following 5 or 10 people, right? And maybe they have a couple thousand people, but they didn't go out there and actually try to get those people to follow them or follow those other people back and also engage. It goes both ways. Did you know that viewers retain 95% of a message when they watch it in a video, Pete, compared to 10% when reading it in a text? Like this is a real number. Like people want to see you on camera.
I believe it. Yeah. And I think that, I think that's something that gets missed. I think that people I think even when you started, right, you said you took a lot of roofing content, but didn't turn the camera on yourself. Right. And I think that this is how we turn content into genuine content that people are really looking for, right? Like people want to know that you're being genuine. And I think a great way to do that is to turn the camera on yourself and let people see you, right?
Yeah. Yeah, you have to. Here's some more statistics down below. 35% of the 2 billion people on TikTok bought something because they saw it on TikTok. Now, here's another crazy stat about the same thing. 29% attempted and had intention to buy an item, but found that it was sold out. Now, how that relates to roofing is you know what? People will see you on there. they'll they'll see that maybe they have the same problem that you're talking about, and you're offering a solution to them. Now they're willing to go out and buy what it is that you're trying to sell them. And again, if you're being authentic self, or you're being a good human being, people see that, and they're going to want somebody like yourself out to their house to fix that problem as well. Now, here's something that I get a lot of, right? Oh man, I don't know what I need to post today, or I don't know what content that I need to put out there, right? I always tell people, stop overthinking social media and what to post. You're up on roofs every single day, or if you're not a roofer, maybe you're a public adjuster, maybe you're another type of person from our industry, or even another industry. But you have to show people that not just stuff about roofs, but also yourself. Like, don't be scared to put out a personal post about something that maybe you're doing in the community, maybe something that you're going through. It doesn't always have to be sad news, but just tell people that you're real. You know what? 4 to 6 posts a day is what I tell people. And that doesn't necessarily have to be all one platform. And the people at home right now, they're like, oh my goodness, 4 to 6 posts a day. How am I supposed to come up with time in order to do that? Well, I broke it down for you on the way that I think that you should do it. One personal post, maybe you're talking about your kids, maybe you're talking about your day, maybe you're talking about life in general. 2 business posts, something about your business, something from maybe a sale that you've done, maybe a build that you're on that day. And then the best possible outcome that you could also do is a post about your community, to let people know where you are in the world, and for people to relate as to what they're seeing. If they see local landmarks in the background of your videos, they're more likely to be like, oh, that guy's from my city, Minneapolis, or where I'm at here in Denver. If they see the mountains behind me, they know I'm in Colorado. So make sure that you're out there showing stuff in the community, as well as any community engagements that you're working on, or working with other people. Again, if you're showing the human side of yourself and not just a business owner out there to get cash, people are more likely to relate to you. Family, community, campaign events you're attending, when you're going to be speaking somewhere, and then the last but not least, things that cause emotion. If you get people to have a tear-jerk moment, or even if you're able to inspire other people through your posts, then do so.
Yeah, I think we have a question here. It says, does anyone have any tips for a startup company just starting out, and how to use social media effectively?
Yeah, you know what? You got to get started now. Startup companies can become very great overnight. We've been talking about Ben Tiger, or Ben Morrow at Roof Tiger. He 2.5 years ago, nobody knew who he was, and he didn't know how he was going to promote his business. And literally, he started wearing the Roof Tiger pants and the shirts everywhere he went, and then driving around in a Tiger truck, but then also posting it on social media. So when people were seeing it on social media and then seeing it in real life, they were putting those two together. If you're out there right now and you just started your business, you have the ability of making just as much money as anybody else using the branding or personal branding currently available by using the social platforms. Places I would start are Facebook groups, local groups. And then also, my love is TikTok, right? TikTok, and then YouTube. But make sure that when you're doing that, we're going to get to it in just a few minutes, but we need to make sure that we get through this. But make sure you're geo-targeting the right locations.
Yeah, and that kind of leads right to our next question is,
Yeah.
how do we attract people from outside the roofing outside the roofing community to engage with us on these social media platforms?
Yeah, the hashtags, for example, we're going to Carlsbad in Seattle next week for our Rise show. I've been using the geotag or the geotarget, where you can add in where you are. So, for example, right now I'm in Aurora, Colorado, but I wanted to target those people up in Seattle and Carlsbad, so I'm adding that target. And then also in the hashtags are very important. We'll get to that soon too. But you have to utilize hashtags the proper way. A lot of times I use FYP, which is the For You page. I use Roofr, Roofr, like Rofer, the regular spelling, right? But then I use the city and the state wherever I'm located. So, for example, Seattle, Washington, Carlsbad, California. And then that way, whenever somebody's clicking on that, or the algorithm knows that you're trying to attract people in that 5 mile famous area. How to create short form marketing video. Using short videos, focus on creating shorter, highly engaging videos. And just in 5 seconds, the viewer's curiosity is immediately piqued. You need to utilize the video features and effects with relevant hashtags, just like we're saying right now. Make sure that you're using the hashtags that are related to the video that you're putting out. If you need to put, I always say pick the top 5. So FYP, roofer, roofing, the city, and then the state that you're in currently. You can add more hashtags, of course, right? But for myself, I think the top 5 are the ones that people are going to be attracted to, or the algorithm's going to see first. Now, make sure that you're not using the wrong hashtags to describe your video, because you're confusing the algorithm as to what it is that you're trying to show people. And then they're also, now the algorithm's like, wait, do I need to show this video to other people? Or, is it trying to dupe me here, or get past me something? So make sure that you're using relevant hashtag. Make collaborative videos. We were just talking about that a second ago, where if you're doing a product demonstration with another company, make sure that you're using that video to collaborate with others, so that you're showing that you're a professional. Influencer ads, product teasers, influencers like myself, people who will create videos for you or your team, and show products, or show it is what it is that you do. More user-generated content, explainer, and educational videos. Yesterday, I posted something on Facebook about making sure that you're not talking like a roofer to your potential clients, because people don't understand roofing. Not a lot of people, at least. And so make sure that you're using explainer and educational videos so that they can understand where you're coming from.
Yeah, we got a great question here from Scott asking, is it okay to put a call to action in your short form videos, or is it better just to use those videos for exposure to your business?
No, a great question. And I'll tell you this, Scott, thank you for the question. A lot of times, myself personally, as I've grown, I've had to stop doing the call for action videos because so many people will reach out to me, and I just don't have the bandwidth sometimes to answer what could potentially be hundreds, if not thousands, of questions. But in a regular day-to-day person using social media, a call to action, even if it's 30 seconds of you explaining who you are, what it is that you do, and how people can reach you, is a great way to get and attract new business. You want to be able to use that as well as the other personal videos to gain not just new subscribers, but new business. This video right here, I was going to go through and show you guys what I created. It's our instant estimator tool that everybody's loving so much right now. And basically, this video goes through, and I used a different sound in the background that was from TikTok. And, people wouldn't imagine that videos like this will get a ton of views. But this video in particular got 33,000 views on our Roofr account. Now, imagine maybe not 33,000 people are roofers that were watching that, but the over 200 people that liked that video or shared that video, those are the people that we're trying to attract, right? So even though it might go to a broad range of people, the people that you're trying to attract will still get the message. Now, here's the targeting capabilities. If you're considering using a paid advertisement, or maybe your business wants to target certain types of people, like we could go through this all day, but gender, location, age, the type of language somebody is speaking, the type of carrier, like is it Verizon, T-Mobile, is it Sprint? What type of operating system, is it iOS or Android? Network type, interests and behaviors, the price of the dang cell phone that you're using, right? Or the computer, and then custom and lookalike audiences. The algorithms are all based off of interests now, right? So if I'm sharing my content with roofers, and other roofers are liking other roofing content, that's an interest and a behavior that the algorithm recognizes. So if you're trying to reach homeowners, make sure that you're doing something interesting for homeowners. We don't need to be selling to roofers if you're not a roofing support organization like Roofr, right? You need to be selling to homeowners. So make sure that you're not targeting the wrong people and make sure you're targeting the right people. Age, gender, location, all three very important in making sure that you're growing your social successfully. Now, I'm going to go through these real quick. Everybody knows what these platforms are. We use all of them on a daily basis. Maybe you don't, not just yet, but you've seen them before. YouTube is the second largest search engine after Google. YouTube has over 1 billion users, which is nearly a third of the internet. It's localized in 91 countries and in 80 different languages. And whatever your business or whoever your customer, the odds are good that they're searching for information on YouTube. I know personally I search for things on YouTube. Pete, I'm sure you do as well.
Yep.
And I know that we share out our Roofr YouTubes when somebody has a question.
Yeah, and I think it's a great place. I think it was Jordan Harrison at Presto Media that talked about solution-based, content, essentially becoming, like you said, portray yourself as the expert, right? Show them, hey, here's the solution. Here's how you could fix it if you want to fix it yourself. And a lot of times that will lead to them wanting to call you and saying, hey, I watched your video. I see how to fix it, but maybe that's a little bit more than I want to get into. I see you as the expert here, so I'm going to reach out to you. And I think, like you said, people searching for maybe how to fix something, you create a video that's a solution based video, it's going to pop up and it's going to help you to possibly to win some business there.
Yeah, and even like in this, like every time somebody searches, Seattle, Washington, roofer, or Seattle, Washington leak, right? Your business is going to pop up, especially if you're utilizing the targeting like we just talked about just a moment ago. Facebook, still the number one social platform out there. I don't know, man. Meta's really done a great job of with Instagram and Facebook over the years. People have fell in love with Facebook when MySpace went to crap, right? And back in the old days, I still have on MySpace. I pulled it up the other day, but I started using Facebook in 2007, and my best friend was like, "TJ, you're not allowed to use Facebook," and I was like, "Why?" He's like, "You're not in college." And I was like, I'm a police officer. I can do whatever I want, right? So I was on Facebook early in 2007, but it's got just over 3 billion users. Reels are changing the way people do Facebook. I know for a fact that I've been part of this 33300 with RoofCon this past week, where we're posting 3 videos a day to 3 different platforms. And showing the power of your growth or organically using the reels and then also YouTube shorts and TikToks to grow your business. It has all the similar features as others. Paid advertising can be great with the right person advertising for you. Now, that's the key. Make sure you're not overpaying for marketing services by utilizing a service or a company that maybe not a great fit for you. Next is LinkedIn. A lot of people use LinkedIn. They're very successful at it. I'm not one of those people. I've got about 10,000 followers on LinkedIn, and I post very rarely there. But there's some people out there that have figured out how to really use it, like Matt Radford, our other community manager here at Roofr. He's a great example. He's a pro user of LinkedIn, and he's able to get business from it. But although many people view LinkedIn only as a site for job hunters and growing your professional network, it's an equally effective tool for generating new business leads, nurturing referral relationships. I know when I was out doing roofing sales, I was out trying to find realtors on LinkedIn, and I was offering to take them to lunch so that they would give me more business. Other like insurance companies, insurance agents, and things like that. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Pete.
No, I was just going to say that's a smart way of doing it.
Yeah.
I think that we think of LinkedIn as just, like you said, kind of just being this place where we can build our professional network. But Radford's proven that it's an effective tool. It can work just as effectively as some of these other platforms if used correctly.
Yeah, you know what? I would love to understand LinkedIn, but I'm just so busy with all the other ones. I'll leave that for everybody else. Y'all can have that. Instagram, we'll go through that real quick. Instagram, Now that Facebook has connected to Instagram, for me, Instagram has become more fun. Because now I'm just posting on on Facebook, and it's going to my Instagram, and I'm getting a huge amount of traction all of a sudden because I'm using the reels and I'm using pictures and I'm using all of the features, stories and other things. But once I post to Facebook, now I'm getting over on Instagram. So Instagram Reels are a perfect platform for you to show your personality and connect with your audience. Some people are really great, like Roofr by Dawn. He uses Instagram, and he has thousands and thousands of people watching his content. Patrick Carr, another person like that. With quick, engaging videos, you can reach a whole new audience and introduce them to you and your brand. I'm going to go through these really quickly here, so we're running out of time. But some things that you need to worry about. You need to worry about creating high quality short form videos. If you're out there and you're creating videos and you're moving your phone around like this, nobody could see what it is that you're trying to show them. So if you're out there, make sure you're holding the phone steady. You have 3 cameras if you have an iPhone on your phone. It's for wide range, normal range, and then to zoom in if you need to. Make sure that you're using it in a very, very slow method so that people can actually see what it is that you're trying to show them. And don't forget, wipe the dang camera off. So
I knew that was coming.
nobody can see you if there's a bunch of fingerprints and sawdust and whatever else roof dust is on there. What do you need to create an organic advertisement? It's very, very simple. You need this and yourself, and maybe whatever it is whatever tool or background that you're using in that moment. But creating an organic advertisement is just simply you standing in front of your phone or your camera, whatever you choose to use. I will not use a camera personally, other than my phone, to create videos, because over 300 million people have watched a video that was created on my phone, not a regular camera. So make sure that if you're buying equipment, don't spend too much money on something you'll never use. But you need your name, you need your business, you need to, what it is that you're trying to show people or give them advice for, and quickly in 30 to 45 seconds, lay it all out there on the line, and keep doing that over and over again. It doesn't necessarily have to be the same place or the same tool, but people will continue to watch you once they see that you're authentic. Maximize the first moments. This is capturing the hook, right? This is people getting the hook, line and sinker, right? That's the whole thing when you're fishing and you're trying to find people. But a lot of times when I'm starting my video, I start it with my video pointing at the ground, and I go up real quick. That way people are like, wait a second, what just happened, right? And I got their attention for now at least another couple of seconds until they realize, or maybe they see what it is that I'm trying to show them. But you have to maximize those first moments. The attention span of people is 4 seconds now. So if people are swiping, if you don't capture them in the first 4 seconds, they're going to keep swiping. So make sure that you give them something in those first 4 seconds that is memorable or one watchable. Choose the right colors. People have always questioned me why I wear bright colors, or I always make sure that the camera is as bright as possible. People don't want to see dull. They don't want to see dark. Like, dark is scary, right? Colorful, people are more attracted to colors, and your eyes are more attracted to colors as well. So if you have a bright uniform shirt, or your team or your crew is wearing bright green or bright orange like they're supposed to be, make sure that you're pointing it at them as well, because people recognize those people as construction as well. But make sure, if you're in the editing tools and you're doing what, making sure you're choosing the right colors, make sure that it's all bright. Again, make sure you wipe your camera off and show people a clear image or a clear view. Post at the right time for your audience. Now, when I first started working on social media, I would just post at any time, day or night. I didn't care when I posted it, right? And I was like, the algorithm is going to love me one way or another. And so the best time in your phone or in your analytics it will tell you. But typically, the most important or the best time for every business owner, homeowner, or even worker, or there's two times. One is 7 p.m., and it can be 7 p.m. Eastern anywhere in the country. 7 p.m. Eastern, people are getting home. They've just had a long day. They're sitting down on their couch. Maybe they're getting ready to eat dinner with their family. And guess what? They're scrolling. And so they're watching your videos at the prime time. And, you know, if you think back about it, the best time for the news over the years has always been that 6 o'clock news hour, right? People are watching the news, and then now 7 o'clock comes around and they're looking for something on TV or something for them to do. Then the other time that I would suggest is 11 a.m. Eastern time. And the reason I suggest 11 a.m. is because if you're posting right at 11 o'clock, guess what happens right at noon? Most people are going to lunch, or they're getting ready to sit down to have a little break, maybe to break up the day a little bit. But those videos hit the algorithm right at the right moment when people are getting ready to eat. Now, if you're over here in Colorado or California at 9 a.m., we're just getting started with our day, but we're also going to see that content that you've posted in a couple of hours when we too are on lunch. Use the right hashtags and locations. Again, we were just talking about this just a moment ago. Make sure that you're using those correctly. Don't use hashtags that aren't inclusive to what the video stands for or is about. And then also make sure that if you're using the hashtags, you're using the proper city, state, or location, even the community that you're in. So that way that you're attracting people from your 5-mile area. Now, again, we're going to go back to engaging with other people. I can't stress this enough today. If you're not engaging, or you have no want to engage with other people, like just don't even start social media. Like if you don't have the bandwidth to do it, hire somebody that does, right? Or give that to your sales team, give it to somebody on your organization that loves to create content, because you can hire somebody that's 18, 19, 20 years old that's really great at these platforms right now, and they're really great at creating content, and you can pay them $15 to $20 an hour to do something that they already love to do, and it takes away from the problems that you guys are having with not enough time in the day, right? So make sure that you have somebody designated on your team that will go and engage with others, and it should be a part of your strategy to make sure that they are engaging. And even so, Facebook recently has started making sure that I'm engaging with other people, and it will choose, like it'll give me a box on my screen, and it'll say you need to create a public post, you need to answer 5 comments, and when I click on the answer 5 comments, it'll show me which ones it thinks that are going to get the most engagement if I interact with those people. Go ahead, Pete. I know we got a short amount of time, but I can.
Yeah, no, I think there's just a couple questions in the chat, one that are really good to kind of draw attention to here in case people didn't see them. Jared had a question. He said that he runs into a lot of tire kickers on social, and what could he do to potentially battle that? Is there something he could be doing differently to help, get away from, just getting those, those folks that aren't really that interested?
Yeah, it's a hit or miss. It's like knocking on the door. 8 out of 10 times the door's probably going to close in your face, right? You have to just be different. You have to stand outside the box and make sure that people are attracted to whatever it is that you're trying to show them or tell them. If they are a tire kicker, just keep building it. As long as they're engaging, they're not tire kickers on social media. So just keep that in mind. Maybe they're not willing to buy now, but maybe they'll be willing to buy in the future. And you just have to keep going. Once you start building on it and people are seeing the momentum that you're having, there'll be more opportunity for them to buy later down the road. So just because it's right now and it's not working doesn't mean that it won't work in the future. Now, make sure that you're using trending sounds, music, and then the correct volume blends. I'll get to the next question in just a second, Pete.
No, it was actually regarding this, so it's perfect timing.
Yeah.
So, Karen had a question about music and how important is it, and what type of music should you be using?
In business, if you're using a business account, you're going to have a professional account that is stuck on using commercial related sounds, right? Commercial related sounds meaning elevator music, and elevator music is still okay, because people are trying to see what it is that you're trying to show them and tell them, and a lot of times the music is a distraction. Now I utilize music in different ways, but a lot of times, if I'm using a sound that's not my own, I'm turning it all the way down to about 20% so that people can hear what's in the background, or hear what it is that I have to say. But make sure that if you're using a sound, that it goes along with the video or it's hitting the right beats. Because a lot of times people will put a sound in and you're like, wait a second, that sound is like, that doesn't go with this video at all. Again, you're confusing the algorithm, and then you're also confusing people as what it is that you're trying to show them. Captions. This, I think that this is why a lot of the reason why I've done so well on social myself is because before doing short form video, I was a good writer on social. I'd always had great writing posts, and I would be able to get people to engage with my post because of the captions that were thought provoking or engaging. So make sure that you're using captions of maybe your thought of what your of the video is about. It's a thought that you of what somebody else might see in the video, but make sure that these are also engaging. They're also thought provoking. And then make sure again, after you write your caption, you're also writing your hashtags in. But using captions on video as well is a good way to capture people, or make sure that they're watching the video all the way through. For example, last night I posted a video of a dirty job site, and I was like, "Where's the first place you start cleaning up?" Right, and people started commenting, "Oh, I'm gonna rake it into a pile." Right, like those are the type of engaging things that you want people to do, or say, to get more attraction to your video. Um, and then also make sure you're using if you're using the floating captions on the video, make sure you're putting them in the right place, so that they're not blocking whatever it is that you're trying to show people. Effects. Now this is like, so a lot of people like to use effects. Like the social media platforms put these effects into their editing apps, and I'll say this: I used to use a lot of effects, and I never had much luck with a ton of effects, right? If you're throwing glitter in the background and maybe you're throwing some stars and some hearts falling from the sky, I don't know. Maybe people will like it for you, but for me, I try to keep it simple, stupid. That's what my method is cutting it in the front and the back. Maybe I've got a couple videos to add together, making sure, like I said, good quality sound, good colors, and people will watch your videos. I think that effects sometimes take away from the video, so that like again, you're trying to keep people's attention. So if you're showing them too many effects, it's most likely going to turn them off. And guess what they're doing? They're swiping. Let me see. Where am I at here? I don't know what number I'm on. uh, oh, this is the last slide here. So the return on an investment is the lead generation that you're getting from it, the brand recognition, saving money. Potentially thousands of dollars could be saved on a marketing budget by just applying a few of these steps, utilizing the organic social growth, and then last but not least is recruiting. Whenever I was before I came to work at Roofr, I worked for a very big, large loss company, commercial roofing company, and I recruited over 250 people to come work for me in one season. And it was just from producing short form videos, showing people how great it was that the company that I was working for, the great branding the company had, and then also just showing these huge roofs that people love. So make sure that you're utilizing all of the things that I taught you. It's very simple to get started today. All you have to do, and I know that this is hard for everybody at home, but you have to do this. You have to pick up the camera and you have to point it at yourself, and you got to start talking. And I know a lot of you guys at home right now are probably sweating under the armpits. Oh my God, I got to turn that camera on. What are people going to think? But do what I always say. Stop thinking, stop caring what other people think about what you're doing. If it's in good nature and you're trying to help other people, then don't worry about what other people say.
Yeah, we got one really good question here, I think, to get,
Yeah.
as we're wrapping this up.
Yeah.
Caitlin asked a great question. We've focused on the video format today. And she said, does posting, content that is non-video content, is it effective? And then, what is the best way to handle that?
Yeah, so I really love posting other content as well, especially with Facebook and then now Threads. I never was a really big Twitter user, but I like written content. I think it's thought provoking myself in order to get other people thinking, and then it breaks up the monotony of not just producing videos all the time, because sometimes people don't have time to watch your videos, and then if they're not interested, maybe they're not going to watch it. But if you can capture their attention, you want to do it any way you can organically to get them to like, subscribe, or eventually the overall outcome that we all want is somebody to buy from you.
And one last question here from Jared, which I think is a great way to wrap it up. And it's, where do you come up with the topics of what you're going to cover in the video form?
Yeah. I'm a little bit different, and I'm sorry that I'm giving you guys this answer, but I'm going to give you two answers. One is, my answer is I absolutely have zero drafts in my phone. I have no content that I'm attempting to create right this moment that are in editing or any other feature. A lot of times something will pop into my mind right now, and I'll just go create a video. Or if it's a video maybe that I have in my phone from, maybe years ago, 6 months ago, whatever, now I've all of a sudden come up with a content to add to that video, or context to add to that video, in order for people to want to do a call to action or buy from us. Now for you guys, I suggest that maybe writing down one topic a day, or when you're out there doing an inspection on a roof, like, show us what it is that you would want the homeowner or the business owner to see, so that way that they understand. But not only is that helping the potential client, but it's also helping the people that are watching at home. Maybe you're touching on a subject that they're not willing to talk about out loud, but if they see you talking about it, now they can relate to you, and it becomes an easy sale.
Yeah, man, I appreciate it. I think this has been some fantastic information. I hope, we've had a lot of interaction in the chat, which is great. I hope, you guys got some great information, and you guys got some great questions answered. So I really appreciate everybody jumping on and interacting with us today and engaging, as we went through this. And, maybe we can even make this deck available, possibly, TJ, so that, if people want to go back through it, I think that would be a great idea.
Yeah.
Hey, if you guys are in the Carlsbad or Seattle area, be sure to come see TJ and I and the rest of the Roofr team next week. Last two rounds of the Rise Roofr Roadshow. Great information on there. You can get to chat with us a little bit more about some stuff, and really get some great content and meet some great people. So if you're in those areas, be sure to jump on that and come out and see us. Until next time, I really appreciate you guys jumping on the Roofr Masterclass, and we will be back with another one soon, and some more great content from the Roofr team. Thank you,
Bang,
TJ.
bang, Roofr gang.
All right, guys. Thank you very much. Talk to you soon.